Hey, what's up, guys? Chitty again back here. Just giving you guys a little bit more of a description about what the Bad Podcast is and how it's going to work. Okay, so let me give it more a bit of a breakdown. Okay, so at the end of every pitch episode, because I need to break down the scheduling, right? So actually, let me break down the scheduling first. Okay, so I'm only gonna do one pitch a month. I think, as I said before, I think I said it on a video somewhere, but if I didn't, I'll say it again. So the scheduling is gonna be I'm only gonna do one pitch a month, followed by one bad podcast a month. So if you do the math, one pitch a month. How many months are in a year? It's 12. If I do one, so that's 12 pitches a year, right? So the Bat Podcast will call it a strike or a hit. So there's gonna be averages. Think about it, right? So if I do one pitch a month, so I have 12 pitches a year, right? So I'm gonna have an average out of 12 for the whole entire year. So let's say I get 5 strikes and 7 hits, right? You see my average is like 40%. I'm a 40% pitcher, which is dope. I just created a new sport or something, right? So that's dope. So it's gonna have averages at the end of the year. So again, it's only gonna be once a month, followed by the Bat Podcast every month, and it's gonna give me an average out of 12 every single year. So that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna give me an actual statistic. But let me tell you how the Bat Podcast is gonna work. Okay, so because I don't have a host yet, so this is how I'm gonna give the bat to the people. Okay, so I'm gonna do a poll. And the poll after every episode, I'm gonna say, was this a strike or was this a hit? And you guys should know the rules by now. If it's a strike, that means it's a good episode. I proved myself right. It's a good pitch. If it's a hit, it's a bad episode. Okay, and they knocked my pitch out of the park, and it was a bad episode. Okay, so strike or hit, and I'm gonna do a poll after every episode, and then what I'm going to submit to the Bat Podcast, because I don't have a host yet, is I will ask you guys to give me video responses. Please submit video responses and tell me why this was a hit or why this was a strike, okay? Please, I will be asking you guys for video responses, and then I will make a compilation of you guys telling me whether why it's a strike or why it's a hit. And I'll just make a compilation of your video responses. But please, fingers crossed, guys. I need you guys to send me video responses after the poll. Okay, so there's going to be a poll, right? So Canada needs to get rid of its 30-gram marijuana limit. Is that a strike or a hit? If it's a strike, the Bat Podcast will have you guys telling me why it was a great episode. If it's a hit, the Bat Podcast will tell me, I'll have your video responses of you guys telling me why it's a terrible episode and Canada needs to keep the 30-gram limit. So again, that's what I'm going to be doing. Again, video responses. I will be asking you guys for video responses, and I'll be doing a poll, and that is how I will give the bat to the people until I find a host. Again, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.